Hello everyone, welcome back to our class. Today we'll discuss something about risk. Risk is the foundation of the emergence and the development of insurance. And insurance is a means for human society to deal with risks. Risk refers to the uncertainty of a certain event occurring. Risk has three characteristics: objectivity, loss, and uncertainty. Risk is an objective existence that is not subject to human will and is an objective law that exists independently of human consciousness. The risk of traffic accidents objectively exists, and even if people take various safety measures, the risk of traffic accidents cannot be completely eliminated. The loss nature of risk refers to a state in which risk is associated with a loss. The consequences of risks may cause certain economic losses or social impacts, such as the occurrence of natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods, which may result in significant casualties and economic losses. Although risks objectively exist and affect human activities at all times and places, the occurrence of a specific risk is indeed an accidental phenomenon. Before its occurrence, people cannot accurately predict its time, location, and the degree of loss. For example, car accidents are widespread worldwide, with an average of one accident occurring every few seconds globally. However, people cannot predict in advance when and where a car accident will occur, nor can they predict its severity. It is generally believed that risk is composed of three elements: risk factors, risk accidents, and losses. Risk factors refer to the conditions that cause risk accidents, increase the probability and degree of losses. Risk factors are generally divided into two categories: tangible risk factors and intangible risk factors. Tangible risk factors refer to material factors that lead to losses. For example, the location, building structure, and the purpose of the property. The likelihood of flooding is higher in southern regions than in northern regions. Wooden houses are more likely to catch fire than cement houses. Non-material factors, such as culture, customs, and attitudes towards life, can also affect the likelihood of loss and the extent of damage. Intangible risk factors include two types: moral risk factors and behavioral risk factors. Moral hazard factors refer to the intentional factors that people use dishonesty, malicious intent, or fraudulent behavior to promote the occurrence of risk accidents, or to expand the losses caused by already occurred risk accidents. Behavioral risk factors refer to factors that are prone to trigger risk accidents and increase the degree of loss due to people's carelessness and indifference in their behavior. For example, the habit of smoking while lying in bed increases the likelihood of a fire occurring. Leaving the door unlocked when going out increases the likelihood of theft. Not wearing seatbelts while driving increases the likelihood of injury or death in the event of a car accident. In the insurance field, moral hazard factors are more significant. referring to the possibility of policyholders or insured persons reducing their motivation to prevent and reduce losses due to insurance. They can be divided into two categories: pre-event moral hazard and post-event moral hazard. The former refers to the possibility that the insured or policyholder's motivation to prevent losses may weaken after purchasing insurance. For example, if an average person is unsure whether they have locked the door after going out, they often rush back to check it out as soon as possible. However, after purchasing theft insurance, the additional cost of preventing losses, including the time and effort spending rushing home, needs to be borne by themselves, but the insurer benefits, reducing the possibility of theft and thus reducing the possibility of insurer compensation. The latter refers to the possibility that after an insurance accident occurs, the policyholder may delay the best rescue opportunity due to the insured lack of active rescue, resulting in increased losses. Risk accidents, also known as risk events, refer to occasional incidents where risks may become a reality, resulting in personal injury or property damage. For example, fire, earthquake, flood, tornado, lightning, explosion, theft, robbery, illness, death, and so on are all risk accidents. Risk accidents are the direct cause of losses. The reason why risks occur is that the occurrence of risk accidents transforms potential dangers into actual losses. So, risk accidents are the medium of losses. Loss refers to the unintentional, unexpected, and unplanned reduction of economic value. Loss is a direct consequence of a risk accident, usually economic damage. Risk is a unified entity composed of risk factors, risk accidents, and losses. The potential causes of risk accidents are the conditions that increase the chance of risk accidents or expand the extent of losses caused by risk factors. Risk accidents are sporadic events that cause a loss of life and property. They are the medium that transforms the possibility of risk, causing losses into reality, and are the direct cause of losses, while losses are the ultimate result. We can illustrate this through simple examples. Assuming someone recently bought their first family car, there is uncertainty about whether the owner will suffer losses within a specific period, when they will suffer losses, and how much the losses will be. However, they know that there are certain risk factors, such as the new car still being in the running-in period, lacking of driving skills, mechanical failures, and so on. These factors may cause or increase the risk of accidents such as collisions, spontaneous combustion, and personal injury. Risk accidents may lead to various direct and indirect losses. Okay, so much for today's class. See you. Bye-bye.